Is it just the same, or does he press a little more?
He probably presses a little more.
Okay.
But he can be pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what he's supposed to look like. So that looks really good. Okay. But I know this is not outside. Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And let's say he's outside and he's not healing as well. What are you doing to remedy that problem? And what else? Or what else do you think you should do to remedy that problem? So if you're at 15, right? You're outside, passes, you're tapping, you're turning, and it just keeps happening. Increasing. It's like meant to increase it.
Yeah.
What's the highest you've gone? 40. Okay. Was he feeling it at the lower number?
Actually, I don't know. So we had names on how it
Sure.
like while we were reading it was like 1 to 6. So it was in the first stage. So it is
Yes.
but we got a pretty high.
Yeah, but I don't think that one was okay.
Yeah.
So once, like, in order to have this like get this one.
Yep.
So this, I haven't had to go like super high, but it's important to
Yeah. And this was last week for that member.
Yeah.
Okay. So, they give you connection, right? And or like so, whenever you're working with him, right here you can see those contractions happen. It's very obvious, right? And you're at 15.
Yeah.
Great.
That's right.
Raise it up, and I'll check it. So we don't go by that.
And is it supposed to be on the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywhere from here it's up for grabs. I do stay away from here. I don't really do on the back too much because this can be overly sensitive. But like if I have a dog that's too resilient, I'll pop it here to get a little bit more with less. Down at the base is here less sensitive, more so you get more power. Here more sensitive, less power. Okay, so you have it fitted correctly. And with puppies, because they have those skinny necks and like all that stuff, this is common where like slide down and like you get the loose skin and everything like that. So once he matures and grows up, all that should be more consistent. Okay, so yeah. There you go. So, when you're outside, that's what I always do is I'll look at the neck. And I'm looking, so if at 15 nothing's happening, because that's pretty clear, 20, 25, 30, and then you'll start to see real subtle movements, right? 35, 40, now 40 can look like this, right? But if there's less connection, it'll look like this. So even though you're at 40, the dog feels isn't, okay? And as you work with them, you become more sensitive to the collar, you'll start to notice these things. This is why when I'm working with them, I don't worry with those higher numbers, because if it's not contracting and I'm at 80, there's nothing there. So the 99% of the time, if I do go to like 95, it's going to be real subtle because it's just barely starting making contact. Okay, so yes, when you're outside in the real world, other dogs, scents, snow, people, things like that, your number may shift. Okay, so if you find every walk in Boston, you have to go to 40, just as an example, to get up to walk like he did just now out there. The chances are outside that's his number. Okay, so then what I start doing is, because for him, if you always go 15 to 40 and it takes you 10 minutes, for him it's worthwhile for those 10 minutes to do what he wants, right? Because he's like, yeah, it's going to take 10 minutes and then I'll do 40. And then I'll listen, right? So then once I figure that out, over the course of a week or so, I go, okay, I'm always at 40 and then I'm walking perfect. Let me just start with 35, right? So just underneath it. Because you want to start your walks the way you want them to be from the beginning, right? So most people will tell me, my dog is great at the end, Jesse, after 20 minutes, they're walking right next to me, like, should take 20 minutes. It should be right out the door, okay? And that's all it is, okay? Just finding that magic number, it's going to be consistent as soon as you step out the door. Are you guys in an apartment or condo building?
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Okay, so there's like hallways and stuff?
Yeah.
So your number in the home, in the hallway, and outside may be different, and you get used to it, where you just turn the dial, and it just becomes a habit. Okay, so all that was good. Questions?
One question. So
Yep. So you can, if dogs thrive with consistency. Okay, it won't make his obedience worse with you. What he'll learn is with dog walker, right? with a mom, I have to behave myself, right? Dogs are about association. So, but you absolutely can, and I have plenty of clients that do. Depending on the company, if it's like a single person that just runs and does their own thing, they're more inclined to do so because it's them, as opposed to a company that has employees. In my experience, it's always been like, no, we'll do what we can, unless the dog is aggressive or reactive and they need it, then they'll do it. It won't affect you in any way. Let's put a small cameras real quick. Relax your left arm. So you want your arms all the way to the side. All the way down. Right. All the way down. There you go. All the way down. There you go. Good. Down. All the way down. Relax. There you go. So here, what you want to do is you use the word heel. So when you go from stationary to motion, right? Heel, then move. But before, tap. Tap. Good, because you want to correct it, right? So heel is walk with me, stay with me, sit when I stop. If you're at a stop sign and you're waiting and somebody's walking by with a dog, this is okay. But now, right? He's getting up. So as long as that butt's down, he can smell. So then we would tap and then push back here, via by me. Okay? So then here, we want to be aware of that. We don't say any words. You're saying tap for me, so I know you're tapping, right? But you wouldn't say for him, and you wouldn't say sit again. So like earlier, you had the place, and then he didn't go, he placed again, and then when he was here, he got up and placed again, right? You would just tap. After the first command, you make it happen through the call, okay? The reason for this is, as humans, since we're more sound-based, we tend to fall back on that. So place, and then on the fifth one, now I'm going to remote, right? So then you're disempowering what place means. The other thing is, if you say place 5 times and then the remote kicks in, he's learning delay. On the fifth one, I'll listen because I know that's when the tap comes in, right? Dogs are super keen and super smart, and it's not because he's spiteful. It's not because he's trying to take over the world and gain control or anything like that. It's just opportunistic behavior. If you can get away with it, there you go, and relax. Good. If you can get away with it, he'll try it. Okay? Now when we're walking, everybody does this. Everybody tenses up. So you can carry a lot of tension throughout the world when they walk the dog, right? Nice and relaxed. Okay? The reason for this is if I'm relaxed, I feel tension going like this, right? What does that tell me? Right? Because if you're already here, you're feeding tension that you don't allow for communication to happen. So if I'm walking and I feel my head going back from tension, I know it's Austin.
Yeah.
He's lagging. Tap, tap, but keep going. Because as long as we're walking together and in unison, there's no tension. We're both right next to each other, right? So that's the other part of it. The other thing is when we put tension on the leash, tension creates opposition reflex. Did I explain this last time? Have you heard of this? Okay. Opposition reflex, super fancy word. All it means is when a dog feels pressure, they go against pressure. Okay? So if you pull back, they pull forward. You pull forward, they pull back. You pull left, they pull right. You pull right, they pull left. They always go opposite to it. Okay? And it's completely natural. And we've actually conditioned Austin to not do that. Okay? So when he feels tension, it means move with the tension, not against the tension. So in the beginning when we were teaching him heel, and he'd go like, no, I don't want to do it. You're using the remote to make him, I'm going, the tension is guiding you. And the remote is motivating you. As soon as you went into it, everything stopped. You go, oh, this is communication. It's not a bad thing. Okay? But if you're already up here, you're going to work against yourself. Okay? The other thing we're going to do is we're going to just change how we put the leash here. Okay? So let me see. Down here. Go. And then you bring your remote back here. Good. And then relax. Good. Right there. And I'm going to have you wrap this just like that. Okay? And I'll show you as well. This is what I call a trainer hold. Okay? When you have the leash looped around your thumb like that, it locks it. Okay? Take this. So most people hold their leash like this, right? That happens. Lock it. Can't happen. Okay? If the dog throws through your thumb, the leash through your thumb, you have a bigger problem. The other one is here. I take my fingers, I'm holding, and I just take this, like this, it locks as well. So I follow my double lock system. Okay, the reason why I do this is because I work with a lot of aggressive and reactive dogs. That if the owner missed something, the dog became reactive, it's not this happening, because that has happened to people where they're just distracted, the dog just lunges, oh crap, like that, you're breaking the leash. Or people tend to do this. I've had people break fingers. Okay, when their dog all of a sudden decides to lunge, they get like a 100-pound dog. It can happen. Also have people dislocate shoulders, break elbows, things like that. So here, this gives us the most control and security, and we can also still be relaxed. So if something happens, he's not going anywhere. Okay. Okay, and you can always shift, of course, the slack you have on the leash there, and it's going to take some getting used to, but over time you'll get it, okay? So we're going to start working on the nuances of heel, right? Heel is very specific. Before I just taught you the back and forth motion, which is teaching Austin to pay attention to you, right? But there's two beings here, right? We got the dog, we got the human. So last time was teaching Austin to transfer the focus he had with us to you, right? Now it's teaching you how to move your body so that Austin knows what you're doing without having to use the remote. Okay, so it's like dancing. An experienced dancer can make an inexperienced dancer look good because they know how to use pressure in their body. Same thing with dog walking. Okay, I can make a dog look good because I know how to move my body. Okay, so it's super simple. When we issue over heel, what we want to start doing is moving forward with left leg. Okay, this means move. Right leg means don't move. Okay, and more advanced training. Dogs have a wider range than we do, so he sees this, and this becomes his visual of now we're walking. Now, I, as habit, always say heel from stationary to motion. Some of my clients don't like to do that. They get annoyed by having to repeat it so many times, right? So technically, if you issue heel forward, we're moving, stop sign, stop, he sits, we're still in heel mode, right? Until I say break, or sit or down or something else. Then it's time to walk again. I don't technically need to say heel. All I have to do is move forward that left leg, okay? And it keeps it in effect. Once you come to a stop, let's say you hit 3 stop signs, you stop saying heel, and you decide, okay, you're done, break, and then he's free to go. Okay? So heel, left leg, and then we're also going to have turns, and I'm going to review all the stuff with you. Just going to give you an example. Good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When do you initiate, like, you're a solid things going on?
Yeah, so typically the easiest is you walk with them, you can technically do it in the hallway, right? You have an elevator, you walk outside, and then he's potty break, you come out, he sits, wait, break, and then I present him, he does his business, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, you decide, once you're ready, heel, and then we move, okay? So it's always on the human. That's the typical structure, and like you can let them drag you outside in the morning, because a lot of people, especially puppies, will complain, my puppy won't heel until they potty first, right? Because they've been holding it overnight. So then just ignore it. Almost always, once they're an adult, it either clears itself up, or at that point, since they're an adult, they can hold it better. They can just utilize their obedience and start heel right from the morning. Okay. So heel, left leg. Do you have a question?
No. Oh, I was going to say switching things sometimes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Tip. There it is, right there. Okay, next one.
Awesome.
Yeah. There you go. Good. And relax. Good. So now I'll show you the hold. There. Nope. That's good. and then this one wraps around. Yeah. There you go, just right. There, like that. Okay. And then this one goes underneath your thumbs, like that. So that locks it right there. Okay. So if you were to all of a sudden one day just dart, you're not going anywhere. Okay. So left leg means heel, right leg means don't move. Okay. And we're going to cover stage, and all these things piece together, so it's going to make a lot more sense. And then when we turn, you want to turn with the leg opposite to the turn. So if you're turning left, you turn with your right. When you're turning right, you turn with your left. Okay? And when we pivot, so if Austin passes, we spoke about just going like this and having, right? Here.
Yep.
Already not paying attention. But if he is paying attention and you slow down, it'd be unfair to just do this and nowhere because you never catch it. What we do is we pivot out our leg like this, because this is the one closest to him, then he sees it, and we can keep moving back. Okay? So right now, all we're going to worry about is the heel on the left leg. Don't worry about the turns, okay? I'm going to go over that with you. So I think it's easiest if you issue the word heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, slow, 5, 6, stop. Okay? Heel, left leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, this up to slow, 5, 6, stop. Okay? Whenever you're ready.
Heel.
1, 2, 3, 4, slow, 5, 6, stop. Yep. Good. We're not going to worry about this right now. And then heel. Left leg. There we go. Good. Yep. Distraction.
Heel.
1, 2, 3. Yep. Good. 5, 6. Yep. Good. This is okay. It's fine. Heel. 1, 2. Yep. Slow. 6. Stop. That's okay. Try 3 more. Heel with leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, slow, stop. Good. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, slow. Turn. To your right. Yep. Forward. Yep. There it is. Good. And then you'll just reset. And so. So real quick, we're going to pause there. This happens to everybody. Is your attention will stop. So they hurt you, right? So he starts to pass, and you're thinking, oh, will stop, right? You always correct. Okay? So it happens like you're coming to a stop sign, slow down, stop, he keeps going, and then people just pull the car back. That's not you, right? He can do better. So then I want him to do better. So if that happens, whoop, correct. And then come back, good, and then repeat, stop. Okay? Because then you're afraid again. Oh, there. Nobody. I just leave my position and go. And you know, he's just going to read it. Right? But for him, it's greater. It's an action. Well, if I can do this, can you remember that one? And why can I jump and meet this person that one? Yep. Go up. And relax. Very good. Okay. Let's try one more. Heel. 2, 3, 4. Stop. Good. Question so far?
No.
Now, the ideal position is for him to line up with you, shoulder to shoulder like this. Okay? So, right now we're just doing 6 steps. This is really more so for the heel movement concept. Okay? But if you're actually moving with them, for like a block, and you start to slow down, if Austin is paying attention, he slows down as well. And by the time he comes to stop, he should be here within this kind of bubble and sit as opposed to be ahead of you. If you're slowing down and he starts to pass you, turn, cap, line him back up again. Okay? So it should be his right right shoulder to your left leg. That's how the heel is supposed to be. Okay, here's what it's like. Yeah. Very good.
So it's 6 steps.
Yeah, so I'll show you. Yeah, there you go. Good. Nice, being very consistent. So, heel, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th step, slow, slower, stop. Okay? Now, I'm just doing that for the sake of space. When you go out, you do as many slower steps as you want to get that perfect stop. And right, the more you practice it correctly, the more, I would say, you perform as supposed to. Okay? If we keep practicing consistent responses, that's what you're doing. Okay? So, can you go ahead and position yourself back to Boston? There you go. There. Good. And heel left leg. 2, 3, 4, slow, slower, stop. Yep, you good. Right there, and relax. Okay, so we get these good. So here, go ahead and put it like this. You got it? Okay, now relax. Slow, stop. Yeah. So, for this one, that one, right? We did move correctly, but we didn't see the heel. Okay, so you want to just go like the heel, and then that left leg. Okay? Left, yeah. 2, 3, 4, slow, slower, stop. Better. Okay? We're going to repeat that a few times. Heel.
Heel.
1, 2, relax. 3. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. Relax. Good. Stop. Much better. Good. Now that one, see that you took more time, right? So the exercise, I'm doing in 6 steps. You can do what you need, right? Why is this thing warrants you very black and white supple? Like there's going to be lots of great, right? But you have a tight structure, and then it's like, oh crap, like, I do 3 steps slow down, but most people opt for being 5. You do 10, right? But because you're like, could I just get more instead of awkward turn? It was going to work out. Did more, and then that's how it should work in the real world. Okay, let's check for 3 more.
Heel.
Relax. Good. Yep. Good. 1.
Heel.
Good. 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 And last one.
Heel.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep moving. Keep moving. Yeah. There you go. Good. And relax. Good. Great. Okay. Now, I was working to learn. So, down the turns. Okay. We're going to start with the left turns first. Okay. Heel, flag, move, slow down. So as long as you need to, and you're going to time it so that your right leg cuts at a 90-degree angle. Okay, left leg, then you're going to cut it again. So if you keep doing that, right, left, right, you can make a quick right, left, right. So outside, I like to use the sidewalk as a guide, and then I'll just have my clients hug against the right side, and they'll just turn the cracks. Okay, people tend to do left. And if you do that, you're either going to cut Austin or you're going to trip over him. Okay? So when we do that right leg, it gives him time to see this and avoid collision and pivot his head to make space through my left leg and my right, which is the purpose of slowing down. Okay? Because it allows him, if he's paying attention, you slow, doing, yeah. Okay? So, I was going to show you. Okay, 20. Yep. Nice slow. And pay attention. right, left, right. And closer. Slow. Right, left. And if you have to bump them, you can bump them. Or bump them with right hand. Okay, don't bump them with left hand. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. Slow. Right, yeah, because he passed me. So if I would have attempted that left turn, it wouldn't have worked out. So I correct him. Right, left, right. Okay, so there's no attachment gaps in turn. And then for the pivots, if I extend my left leg, have a little tension. So this is going, making an about turn. Extend. See how I look at my leg? And turn here. Extend. Come back. Have this beat up. Here. Slow down, right, left, right, okay. So when you have dog's attention, allow them to think in what your body is doing. Follow your lead without needing to use the remote. Okay. So the only time I remoted Austin, good, was when he wasn't paying attention, which was 2 points, because he just kept going past me. Okay? Great. So I'm going to hand it to you. We're going to start with the left turns first. Okay? So anytime you come to a stop where you're going to do a turn, you always want to slow down. At least 3 steps, more is perfectly fine. So, again, play. Slow. Right, left, tap forward, tap forward, tap forward, good, and good, good. Go and pivot like this, to your right, going to your left. Okay, I'll have you, no, you're good. I'll have you reset, okay? Relax, good, heel, left leg. Yep, one. Good. Good. Slow. Right, left, right. Good. Slow. Right. That's good. You're good. Good. Relax. Good. So now what you do is you're going to start to switch over to the right here. So you need space for the turn, right? So yeah, you're come on this side, and then here, what I'm having you do is you're doing more of a rounded, right? So it's taking you longer back down, right? So what you want to do is a real sharp, just cut like that. So you maybe as this. So it should be, yeah, you know, right, left, right. So by the third step, you're already going. Yeah. Okay. Try again. And there you go. That thing, relax. Good. Relax. Okay, you want to walk up. Slide a little bit so you get space in here. Yeah. And now try cutting to your left here. Get right, left. There you go. Good. And relax. Good. Cut again. There you go. Now slow. One more cut. Right, left, right. Slow stop. That's a good stop. Relax. How you feeling? Nervous? A lot of thinking, huh? Yes. Everybody does it. Yes.
I totally was. You were like going there. Yeah.
Yes. So, we want you to go the right way, okay? So we're gonna do a couple more. Everybody does this. Because what's funny is that when I watch a lot of my clients, it's intuitive to them when they do it. Like they're just doing it naturally on the practice. But then I point it out, and then they're like going the wrong way, doing the wrong steps, going around, stopping before they turn, like all these things, right? That's normal. I can't not do this. It's so ingrained in me. Like, even when I'm training dogs day one, all the movements are there, which helps the dog ultimately. But once, like if you think about it, it just makes sense, right? If you cross with the right leg, so you got this, creature here that's gonna kick if you throw with the left leg. That's too important for them to see. This gives a nice little leg feel to adjust to. So, when you're turning to the right or away from them, because it's the one closest to them, they're gonna see this first. You're making just that right turn, okay? So, what I recommend at the beginning of each walk is like after his potty break, is I'll have my clients do like 5 heels, like you did. Then they'll do 5 left turns and then do 5 pivots. Because the hardest one is the pivot for most people. It's this to this, right? So do 5, 5, and 5, and then they'll just go on their walk, just to get it in their muscle memory. And then during the walk, if I see I'm going to turn left, I want to start intervening or planning for it. Whereas now I just do it and just fall very naturally in how I move. Okay? So we're going to try it again. We're going to do 2 more left turns. Okay? So crossing with that front leg. Okay? So it's easiest, I think, for moving here. We come right for this. This is an example. You do right, left, right, and you're just kind of going back and forth. You should be able to keep within a straight line here, like this, just on the sidewalk. Okay? Right. That's good. Slow. Right, left. Right. Good. Slow. Right, left, right. Perfect. Let's try 2 more. Yeah. No. Perfect. Last one. Good. And slow to stop. Okay. Good. And relax. Good. Much better. You got it.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's thinking what was going through my eyes.
You're doing what everybody else does, which is overdoing it. And like, and sometimes we just need a second to process. So, we're going to do the other turn, then we'll swap. Okay? So for the about turns, so if you're turning to the right, it's just like this. Right as you're going. When we're doing a pivot, it's going to be walking and slow. Extend the left leg, back the right leg. Extend, back the right leg like this. And I exaggerate at the beginning to help the dog out, because you can see when they're walking. Move with it. Right? If I do that to give him a heads up, but once he learns it, in real life I don't exaggerate that much, I just really go like that. Okay? So, heel, what I'll probably have to do is heel, going to make a left turn on this one, right? And then on this one, you're going to do the pivot, 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 pivot. Okay? Go ahead.
Heel.
Very good. 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 Your arms. Good. Let your legs go. Yep. Perfect. 2 more. Yep. Good. And last one. Good. And slow down. Perfect. Look at that. Got it? Good. Take a breath. Are you holding your breath the whole time? That's what it smells like.
If I had a dog person, I'm very impressed. I'm impressed.
You have a gold star. I started carrying gold stars.
Actually, now that they're gold star for them.
Force that. That's it. Right here. So, you did the heel already, right? The heels, yeah. So then I would just go heel and then you'll start with the left turn, right? So again, heel, left leg, walking, slow down, right, left. You're ready. Left, right. Good. Slow stop. Good. Now here. So then it was more of an above stop, right? So he's a pup still. So he just kind of keeps going. Like this, I'm giving him a wee bit of gray area because he's a pup. If he was an adult dog, he'd just catch it with you and he'll sit down. So over the course of time, this should become better. Okay? So those are all good. Now we're going to do the about turn. So walking, extend the left leg, that's right. Now there was one thing that could have been improved. Do we know what it is?
Isn't that right?
He was lagging a little bit, right? So you could have tapped to bring him closer to that section and then slow down. So, because right now, in controlled context, we can get away with like just cutting in, right? In the real world, when things are going on, you want that to slow down. Because if he's distracted, he's not going to catch it, right? So one, if he's not paying attention, then it's practice, back before actually turn. And definitely something that we want to start instilling because what you practice within your short training session is what you're going to carry out there, okay? So for this next batch, definitely going to slow down. So we're walking, and then I'll slow as much as you need to, extend, back,
Heel.
Good. Good. 3 more. It's like this dog is trained. Good. 2 more. Good. And last one. Very good. And slow stop when you're ready. Beautiful. That's okay. He's cute. So, that is heel. Okay, it's a package. Walk with me, stay with me. So when I stop, his job, pay attention to you. Your job, make sure he's paying attention and communicate. What are you doing? Because you know, you're the human. You know where to left, you know where to right, you know where to stop. So you always want to make sure you slow down. Give him a chance. If he's doing his job and paying attention, he slows down too. He stops with you. If he's not, he keeps going. You just turn. You don't have to worry about the pivot anymore, like the left leg thing, because you've already lost him. Just turn, remote, bring him back, turn him again if I need to, and then try again. Okay. So the next thing we're going to work on is the stay. So I'm going to take here real quick. So stay. The only time I say stay is when the dog's already in position. Good. So right now, Austin isn't in the sit. He's in the heel. Sit is part of the command, right? So if I move, his inclination is going to be to move with me. So here, human logic says I can't say sit because he's already doing it. I could say down, or I could say break, right? But if the decision is I don't want Austin to move just for this next few seconds, I use the word stay. Okay? Okay? So what we're going to do here is, since he's on our left side, the left hand, stay, just wait like that. And we're going to shorten our leash, and I'm going to pivot up using my right leg like this. Okay? So we do, remember earlier I said left leg means move, right leg means don't move. This is how we start to make the foundation of it. Okay? The reason why we pivot is because if I do this, it looks very much like heel, right? So he's going to be more inclined to kind of stay. So to help him out a little bit, I just do this, and I do it to the front. And this is called confrontation. It's face-to-face, confrontational pressure. That for dogs, if you try to move forward, it's easier for me to back in position because of our face-to-face with the tap, get back into the sitting position, and then I will relax. Okay? So at this point, Austin's job is to maintain this sit. Okay? I move around. I don't say stay repeatedly. I always issue it once. The dog should just do it. And boy. Good. Alright, come back. I can play some just as a good puppy. Now Austin is still in a stay. I just distracted him for a moment. I move away. Okay. Now I'm hoping to do something here. Yep. Okay. So Austin doesn't move. I move. Right. Austin moves. I don't move. So when we go to correct, if he gets up, and he's probably going to do this with you because he's more, you practice with him for a week or so, you're more inclined to follow, is if I'm moving and he gets up and I start tapping, he may not sit down. If anything, he's probably going to come here. He's going to think he, right? So to help him, I stop moving, I pull straight up, I tap, put his butt back down, I relax, I keep moving. Okay? So as long as he's not moving, I can. If he moves, I can. And I don't say the word stay again, that's correction. And we don't praise for corrections either. So like if I told him to sit and he did, and he got up, I tapped him, and he sat back down, I wouldn't say good boy. I would say good boy in the first one, I would say good boy at the end. But anything in the middle, I don't praise because they're corrections, okay? So let's go first. All right. Okay. So here, before, here. He's still the same. Right? You don't need to say because it's still effective for me. Okay? I'm going to have you praise Austin a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. And praise again. And this isn't praise because it's set back down. This is praise for distraction. Okay? Good. Get back to position. Good. And what you're going to do here is pivot with the right leg to face off there. Like that. Good. Wait a second. And now you can start to do your walk around. Good. Let's try the opposite way. Yep. Good. So good. Back to his right. Or yeah, he's on the left, so you back to the position. There you go. Very good. And you're going to go to Austin and heel.
Yep.
Move around, and then come back to stop.
Move around with him.
Yep. Also move with him. So he's in heel, right?
Yeah.
So then heel, and he should walk with you.
Heel.
Yep. Left leg. There we go. It's good. Start to notice them now. And relax.
Sorry.
Okay. Slow. Stop. Keep moving. Relax. Good. Good. You. Whenever you're ready, slow stop. Good. Good. Excellent. Right. Now you're going to go into that stay with the hand wave.
Stay.
And then pivot up with your right leg. Perfect. And then move around. Yep, good. Good. Back to heel. Let's try 2 more just like that.
Heel.
Good. Relax. Good. Good. Good turn. Good. Stay.
Stay. Oh, stay.
Got it. Good. Good. So all these things are very exaggerated, right? As you practice off and utilize this more familiar, and you feel like, I think it's really good, you stay, and you just move off there.
Heel.
Okay. Relax. Yep, you got it. There it is. Good. Slow stop. Good. Good.
Just let your head
And stay. Yep. Just be the last
in.
one.
Stay.
Yep. Yep. Good. Good. And just go ahead and swap hammers. And then go ahead and we'll do the same thing. We'll give them a little praise to throw them off. Good. And then we'll step away. Good. Get it. Yep, good. Yep. Stretch. Yep. There it is. Good. Good. Stay.
Stay.
Good. Praise. Press that away. Good. Very good. Try one more. Yep.
Heel.
Good. Stop.
Stay.
Good. Good.
Heel.
Good. One more. Good. Good.
Stay.
Very good. Go ahead and from there just place them.
Place. Place.
Yeah. There it is. We'll drop these. Good. Good. Very good. So now we have heel, place, stay, right. Next are the sits and the downs. Okay. The down tend to be a little bit more tricky. The sits are easy because it's just tap. That's it, right? So to reinforce the sit, if he doesn't do it, is that leg pressure up? Tap, let's go back down, relax, okay? For the down, we taught him how to respond to pressure on the back, okay? So when teaching the down, just as FYI, it's really like against the dog's instinct to respond to this and go into this position, because that makes dogs want to move and get out, right? So what we did was we conditioned him that when he felt pressure on his shoulders, that it meant to go to this laying down position. And we got it on cue. Sometimes it was really good, sometimes it was a little spotty, but through repetition, cleared some off. So the 3 stationary commands: sit, down, and place. Sit is like the way I employ it, or for instance, let's say heel, because for me the stay is like the least useful command really. But if I'm walking with Austin and he poops, right, and we're coming to sit, stay, pick it up, heel, we walk, trash can, I'll stop, stay, throw it away, back, heel, right? Because the most important dog training is applied dog training. So finding little instances where you can have him hold the sit and be stationary for a bit, because it's not meant to be held for like 30 minutes or an hour. It's just meant for momentary. The down command is meant for extended. All going to brunch, to bring Austin down. We're there for an hour and a half, right? Then heel, and then we go home. Place is the most lenient, because I don't care what he does, sit, stand, lay down, as long as he's within that area, he's fine, okay? So this is the one that most people favor the most because it's easier to reinforce. Because if he's in a down position and you're 20 feet away and he starts to get up, you have to reinforce him to the down, right? Because if he's not in the place, it's not going to sit. It's very specific, okay? So you can also have place be transferable. Like let's say, like I have Ladybug. I love that question. I don't know if you guys saw him. Yeah, was he here last night? Yeah, so he's over in the corner. She brought a yoga mat, and she just rolls it up. She rolls it out. Place. There we go. Okay? I've never used blankets, towels, beach towels, pillows, ottomans. You can even have like a really big area rug. It's just a really big place, right? It's just you can walk and move around. You can even put another dog within that place. You just can't step off of it, right? So the place can be whatever you want it to be. The dog just has to recognize what it is. Okay? So we're going to go over the sits and the downs.
How do you let the dog like places?
Like the room, okay. I would probably give a different cue.
Or do like bigger?
Yeah, okay. So the leash, and you want to ascend a few times. Okay? Place, you start tapping, lead him to it. He goes there, tapping stops, right? And then I let him go, and anytime he goes to step off, you tap, he should step back within the area, okay? I would repeat that whole set probably like 5 to 10 times for him to transfer like, oh, this is a new place, right? If you find you tap him and he runs off of the area, you would keep the pressure on, you got the leash, lead him back until he runs back on and he stops again, okay? And I'm pretty sure I recorded his sessions. I recorded like at least 2 or 3 of them where I first taught the behavior, and I think one of them was place. So once I post that up, you can use that as a reference. Because it's the same thing, except bigger area. Okay? Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
So, with the sit down, do a little test, break, and a point. So right now he's in a break. He's free to move as he pleases. Okay. So if I wanted him to go under command, sit, okay. What we want here is you want the contraction right from the martingale. If you're doing sits, ideally you want it from the bottom. If we're doing downs, you want it coming from the top. Okay? And this is only like when you're in the training phase where the dog needs a bit more help. But once they understand it, you really don't need all that, like those really specific things. Okay? So here, I put him in a sit. I don't have to say stay, okay? Because it's built into the command. Sit means put your butt down, don't move. So earlier, when we were doing the stay from the heel, correctly the sit and correctly the stay from the heel are the exact same thing, right? You're just, as the word that you're saying is different. So the way we create an implied stay is once I've cued it, yeah. If Austin gets up prematurely, I just kick in with this until he repositions, and then I take up the pressure. So the way a dog learns is, if I say sit, he breaks it. When I say sit, that's a new command. Okay? He does not learn, don't break sit. So I cue it once, I do things that the dog will make mistakes. I jump in with correction, no words, and he goes, oh, Jesse says sit, and means do this, and don't get up. Because if I do get up, this goes off automatically. I also keep my butt down, it doesn't go off. Okay? So that's how I teach one command, I say, behaviors cued on one command. It's just getting over the habit. Everybody does it, right? But the more you do that, the more you disempower what the word means. Next thing you know, you're one of those people telling the dog to sit 100 times at the store and the dog's not sitting. Okay? So heel. So now I went from a sit to a heel. So the new command always overrides the heel command. Now stop. He does not sit. Good boy. Break. Now he's free. He can do whatever he wants. And then whenever I put so on, I'll just do the word sit. Yeah. Let pull up. And thank you. So what my position is now right now doesn't matter. I like to practice the sit with dogs in different areas. We tend to do sit here. Okay? Which is fine, but I've seen dogs where the owner will tell them to sit, they'll walk across the room and sit right here. Because this is where it's always given, because this is where we give treats. Right? So technically, if you're at the park and Austin's 20 feet away, playing, and you say sit, boom, you should sit at that spot. Okay? That's the level you can build to. It's not complicated. It's just a matter of how you train and the tool that you're using. With this tool, you can get that. Okay? So, break. I issue the break again. Sit. Yeah. And here I make him cue to my back right. So I'm trying to vary the picture for him so he doesn't get so fine-tuned to Jesse always tells me sit in the spot. Does that make sense? Okay. Great. So now, one more, I'm going to transition to the downs here, but here, boy. But he's still on his own time. Sit. Good. Untap there. And I don't have to be right next to him either. With the leash, it's nice because if I cue him into the sit, I'm this far away, I can make contact with him by doing this. Okay? So then here, issue the word down first. I'm going to see if you can do the verbal cue, and I'll show you how to correct him if we're using the hand to help him things again. Down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I gave the cue down, and I gave 2 taps. Just like the sit, the helmets lay down, don't move. So should Austin start getting up, I would start tapping. I always like to shorten my leash when I do this, because most people leave the leash like this when they're tapping their dog. And remember this, going into the down to this is very unnatural. They tend to move around a lot. So when they come in and I shorten the leash, I limit his range of motion to allow him to fix the problem with much easier. Okay? So if I move around, it's the same concept. You should move. Good puppy. Right. Now I do downs from sits because it's easier. A lot of trainers don't like to do that. Sit. Good. But it's because they're training for like competition stuff. This is family pet stuff. That stuff, those rules don't matter. Okay? So it's easiest to put a dog in a down from a sitting position. So I do that for my clients. So the other way, so I have my verbal cue, right? The other way is if I take my left hand here and I just put a little bit of, yeah, I don't put too much. Yeah, it's great. I put a little bit of pressure here and tap, tap. There you go. That's the like non-verbal bend. Okay, so the way I taught Austin to do this and is hand pressure on the shoulders at a 45-degree angle because their bodies, when they're in the sitting position, fold like that. Okay, so I just put a little pressure, loading, and then eventually he starts to move in, and then as he became more sensitive to it, it became less and less hand and strictly the remote. Okay, put your hand like this. Right now, that's all I did. Okay, we tend to do this. When you do this with this, you get a panic about there's too much pressure. You have that hand pressure and then normal pressure, right? So in the beginning, it was what I do is subtle, right? And I'll just keep increasing it until eventually I can see the dog looking like he was trying to do something, right? I don't just kick him with a lot of power. And as soon as he gave it, everything stops. Okay, pressure on me to do something, pressure off us like a block. So then he goes, oh, this is just like any other thing that we did with place, with heel, with sit. When I feel this going off, when I feel this tension, it's telling me to do something. What happens if I go with it? Oh, it stops. I get it. It becomes easier. I just kept practicing and practicing. Eventually, it was just a real light touch, tap, and he would lay down. Okay? So, we have the verbal cue and then the non-verbal cue. If I cue Austin into a down, he lays down. Good boy. I don't get to touch my hand. Let's say, so when it comes to practicing this, and you want to do duration, place is real easy, right? So let's say you want to employ this for one brunches. The easiest way to do it is if you're going to watch a movie at home, set the dog up, collar, leash, boat, put some movie on, Austin down, he downs, and sit down on the couch. I'm watching a movie for 2 hours. Okay? He tries to get up 30 minutes in. I'm standing on the leash. Here, tapping, he self-corrects. I don't need to do anything. If he's having trouble, I'll stay down, keep tapping, and use my hand to help him down. He goes down, I stop everything, take off my foot. Continue on, not take off my foot, continue on my movie. Okay? So having it like this limits his range of motion, but also if he moves, you're going to know immediately because you're going to feel tension. As opposed to here, where you can get him to wander off. And if it's a really good movie, you're not going to know. Okay? So, this is, when I train dogs, it's stupid simple. I just take life and go, where can I fit in the stuff that I want the dog to do? So I'm training, but not really. Like most people think training is 5 minutes, sit down, heel, all that stuff. And then one day, they practice that for a month and decide, like, I want the dog to lay down by my feet for the next hour. But all they've ever done is training sessions. They've never applied it to life. Good luck. Okay? So once I've taught the skill, right away I'm employing it. So once we taught Austin place, it was place, 2 to 3 hours. And then break, potty, go play for a minute. Potty, back to place, more training session. It was this constant back and forth structure. And using these things, and the nice thing about the duration work is it stacks. So duration on place and duration in down. The commands are different, but the duration part is the same. They build off each other. Okay? Definitely the down is more difficult because it has to be very strict. The way Austin is laying down now is not realistic. Okay? This at some point will become uncomfortable. So that you can see if he'll roll the hips over, it's fine. You might sit on the side, let me in the back, fine. What I care about is if I tell you to down, if you do roll on your back, you're going to hold it for 2 hours. And he's like, yeah, cool. That's what I care about, is the function. I don't care about the aesthetic. Okay? Stuff like this is for obedience rally, this is competition ring. Where they want a really nice down, right? Not realistic in the real world. Okay? Questions about this? Right, let's put up these graphs here. Okay. So, yep. Now tap. Just tap, tap, tap. Just look at some tap, tap, tap. 1 second. There you go. Good. So right there, refrain from using hand. Using that remote, right? That's good. As much as possible, if you can, do that. Okay? The reason is, if Austin's ever off leash, gets off leash in an emergency type situation, okay, you as a handler, all you have is that remote. That right now, you were able to make him go lay down again without any kind of hands-on stuff. Did it via this, right? For him, we swapped, he gets excited, mom's coming, right? He gets up, and all he feels is that remote, and he's processing in his brain, how do I stop this? Right? And without any outside help, he was able to figure it out, because he got frustrated for a second. Did you see that? He started doing this with his head. That's frustration, right? But he worked through it, and he goes, wow, everything stops. He goes, oh, okay, that was the answer, right? So, unless you see him kind of jumping around, looking confused, looking like he has no idea what's going on, I try as much as possible to do what you did, which is use that remote, okay? And get a short leash to help him out a little bit, and let him do the rest, okay? The more you do that, the more you become, how you say, more fluent with the e-collar. It's like the other day we were working with that question, and we're now pushing him to the off-leash stage, no leash on. And all he did was a coma call, which he's drilled for like the past 2 weeks. And he goes, nah. Goes off. I'm like, okay, we're gonna come, right? You're in the enclosed area, run all you want, you're not getting away from us. And he pushed it to us about maybe 3 minutes. You know, we're all the way up there, he's running around, doing anything but the recall. And finally he stops, goes back. He just didn't want to, right? Had he stopped, and he threw a big fit. He was not liking the exercise. But I was telling my hand, I was like, we need to do this, because in the real world, if she's at the park and he decides, no, he has everywhere to go. Right now we're in enclosed space, and he doesn't understand that we can take advantage and let him try every option. Avoid every way he can, run every way he can. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna come back, right? So, same thing here. That's a really subtle thing, right? But when I worked with him, when we were teaching him stuff, he did have protesting moments where he's like, I'm not going to do this, this is stupid. And I did exactly what you did, which is walk him through it. And finally, he was like, fine. I'll sit. Right? But it makes him more reliable, it makes his obedience more reliable. Okay? Great. So I'm going to have you go into a break. And then you're just moving. You don't worry about the heel anymore, you're just moving kind of nonsensically. And usually, like the first for the dogs, the easiest for people. And then whenever you're ready, you'll just stop, and you can cue the sit. You wouldn't cue it down if you're standing, because right now we're going from the sit because it's easier. Okay? Whenever you're ready.
Break. Sit.
Yeah. And go ahead and start walking around. So no need to say stay here. Right? Good. And we'll go into a break again.
Break.
We'll do another sit. And whenever you're ready.
Sit.
Oh, yeah, good. You got it good. Now praise. And then we're going to get some way good. Good. Very good. Now here, we're going to try out the hand first. Okay. So what I like to do is put a little bit of pressure here. You see how he kind of moved his paw out? Because he's like, am I going to lay down? right?
Yeah.
So I don't want him to think anytime he touches back, right? Because I'm just petting here. Because the cue is the hand with the remote, not the hand by itself. Okay? So I present my hand, nothing happens, and then whatever party you pause, and then light pressure. Okay? Go ahead. Yeah. How much pressure are you putting on?
I started pushing a little more.
Yeah. So then, okay. So in the beginning it was low.
Yeah, it was
Okay. Cool. So when you so what I like to do for whatever reason I find like this works best is I spread my fingers wide as opposed to this. For whatever reason, dogs will resist blunt surface and they're more responsive to the spread your fingers up. Okay. So let's try it again. Right.
great. Set.
Good. And raise.
Did you have to pause Great. Great.
I'm going to try 3 more sits and down, okay? We'll do 1 more thing,
Sit.
and the last 2 we'll do the verbal cue. There it is. And you did that, it's fine. And then I want to relax for a second, okay? And because here, so this is okay, right? He can do that. But I would be inclined to assume that he might be more likely to get up if I start moving around, right? So go ahead and try that. There we go. So little things like that I like to test, because if he does, I can correct it. Because in order for him to learn what you want, you have to technically give him the opportunities to do things that you don't want, so you can correct it. Well, nobody does something that's not what I want you to do. Go back to this instead. And
Great.
yep, good.
Set.
Good.
Can I do it?
Do the verbal cue now.
Down. Down. Down.
There it is. And good.
Down.
Slow press. Good. Relax. That was correction, right?
Yeah.
So here for the down, slower taps. Because for that one, I don't know if you saw that. He started, and then you sped up, and then you went like this, right?
Yeah.
And that. So when you go slower, the space between each tap gives the dog's brain space to think what's going on, right? So the way my general thumb is, if I need the dog to move quickly or move, I go faster. If I need them to go stationary, I go slower. Okay. Now once the dog understands the concepts, if I want the dog to go down faster, because they've been conditioned so well, I can keep them real fast, and they'll go into it. But that's time, right? Here, with Austin, he spent 2 weeks with me. We've had him for a week, right? So it's been 3 weeks. So he still got plenty of time in that conditioning phase. And that we would appropriate the collar to him, but he still did it, which I like. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 more on this next one. You get it down. So you stop, sit, have you down, right? Maintain your posture. Otherwise, if we get to have him doing this, this becomes part of down, and then you always have to bend down. Okay?
Yep.
Good.
Great. Sit.
Good.
Down. Down.
More repeats, just that. There it is. Good. And now you brace. We're going to keep them in that down and swap hands. After the belly roll. Good. Good. Yep. Good. Same thing for everybody you release them, and you go between sits and downs.
Break. Sit. So I just do the push-ups back down.
Yeah, you do the couple and then roll light pressure. Good. Good.
Break.
Yeah, you can try something like where maybe it's on the right side, so you can reverse it. It's gonna come towards you.
Sit. Sit.
There you go. Good.
Tired, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, when we train, you know, we do 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you know. When we work with high dogs, we cover a lot of ground.
Yeah.
I typically use multiple smaller chunk sessions until the dogs understand enough, and then we do longer without being too stressful. So good.
Yeah. Break.
And now we're going to transition to the verb.
Break. I do notice he's so much more tired on days.
Where you do the,
Yeah. Even if he doesn't do it.
It's
Sit.
good.
Down.
See if you get it. So that took like 5-6 steps, right? And there was space between the cue and actual performance. The more you do that, the more he actually ties the down and the action is. Okay? So like I'm a very hands-on person, like I've learned better to do things myself. And it's the same thing with dogs. Every dog, I've not had a dog I've not been able to train since I've started this method 7 years ago. Okay? Same method, nothing's ever changed. I might like adjust it for the dog personality type, or the human. But I've never had a dog not learn something. And I think this is stupid, but I've had clients that their trainer told them, you can't teach a dog control. It's impossible. Because they're thinking it's really heal. They're not thinking real life is just going to walk with my dog. I've had people that tell them it's impossible to teach a puppy to lay still for a long time, more than like a couple of minutes. Right? The puppies, they go around like I do. But if your method is just positive or no aversive, so it's like, don't do that, you're going to get into balance, you know? And I get that like every day. You can't teach a puppy this, you can't teach a dog this, it's impossible to teach this. Or, I've never had a dog, what was it? And this is a trainer that I respect. He had a Frenchie, they said that there was a friend that was really stubborn with the downs. They could not get him to down for the life of them, right? And they finally came up with like some kind of really kind of drawn out process. I was like, give me the Frenchie for 15 minutes. I'll get it down, right? Is making them figure it out, helping them with pressure, you know, taking my time. So I had one dog take 30 minutes. It was a great Pyrenees. And the dog was not on the down. And I was using both hands. The owner's like really high. And typically I don't put so much pressure, but the dog was too aggressive and needed the pressure. And the owner's like, you should get it. I'm like, yes. Never had this not work. 30 minutes in, the dog finally gives up, lays down, and after that, boom, 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 super fast. Because from two things. One, the dog didn't know in the beginning, right? Two, the dog didn't want to do it because she didn't like a stranger telling her what to do, which is also normal. Once we broke that resistance, everything was easy. Okay? So, same thing here. As long as he doesn't look panicked, as much as possible use that recall. So let's say you're tapping on 5, right? He's going to sit, or not 5, but on 20, right? And you see the twitch, and he's not bothered, right? It just keeps happening. He's not bothered. And I go, okay, a lot of people would use their hand. I bump it a little bit, right? So if I'm at 20, just go 25. Still not bothered, go to 30. Well, now he's thinking, now he's moving, boom. It just happened in that moment that 20 wasn't enough to like get him to, like, he'll see like ignored, right? Or distracted. And maybe he's looking at a dog. That 20's not cutting through. He feels it, he's like, I love this. Finally 30 comes in, he's like, oh, that's concerning. Oh, right? So then, if he's panicked, that's different. I have to help him think through the panic. But here, he wasn't really phased, right? And you can always tell when you're getting close to a dog's breaking point because they fidget. That's how I know. Okay? So if you're tapping and nothing's happening, keep increasing, eventually you see this, that's concern. Now you're in the head. Then I go, okay, I'm in the range. Let me see if I can figure it out. Okay? If you see no response from him, but you see the contraction, he's not feeling it, play with him a little bit. Okay? So here, my mouth's 5 to 10 minutes. Give it down, he gets up 3 to 4 times, you remote up, you didn't have to touch him or anything like that, you lay him down. That's how you can see that a dog understands the concept. Okay? It should be this easy. You practice this enough, he's down on the spot in the home, you're doing stuff, he starts to get up and tap, he lays down, you don't need to come here. Okay? In the beginning, always start your feet, like I said, with watching some thing, and then you can progress it to the point of down and on away from you. But that takes time. Okay? So I'm going to have you release up. You'll do one more little rep to sit you down, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Break.
Sit.
Good.
Down.
Nice. Is there a time there?
No.
Good. Because he's already playing, right?
Yep.
You saw the motion. You lay up the pressure, right? You have to touch him. Now when I see this, I kind of feel like, when you down the dog and there's arm behind it, they know that I got to respect this down. That's legit. But when you down them and they do it on their own, I kind of feel like they think, it's a down or a down. So then they're more inclined to break it because there was no pressure initially. That's normal to see. Okay, very good. So let's go ahead. We're going to place us in.
We do have to leave by in like 12 minutes.
Okay. Yep.
No, I'm fine.
Good bye.
Yeah.
So close this real quick. Okay.
Please.
This is recall. Recall. Okay. So here, I don't know if I talked to you guys about getting a long leash. You get like a 30-foot on Amazon, $12, nothing fancy. Okay. That's a flexi. If you look up on Amazon, dog training leash, 30 feet is the perfect length. It's like the nylon leash like this, $12. Okay. As I wanted to show you the exercise, it's not realistic. Obviously, you're not going to call from this distance. It's going to be far away from you. You have that 30-foot. Come to the park. Put him on the long leash. That'll be a puppy run around. You can practice like that. Okay. And you do get your in-home visit as well. Okay. So, what we're going to do here is I typically don't like using stationary positions because if I start doing this, if I walk away, he might think, is he going to call me? And he'll start coming to me prematurely. And then it creates more work. I would rather get that long leash, take him to the park, and let him be a puppy, holding on to the end of it. Whenever you're ready, you start practicing getting back to the text. Because if you tell him to sit, stay, you're already in the head, right? As opposed to he's sniffing pee on something, no, it's not as distracting. That's more realistic, okay? So here, we're at 20, we're going to do separation of the word. Words Austin come, move backwards, and tap. And as soon as I see Austin moving towards me, I stop tapping. He should sit. Okay. Now where he lands doesn't matter. Here, all fine. But what I want is that Austin is within the 2 to 3 foot radius of me in my immediate space. Okay? Right? So, when I practice with him, let me see if you can distract me here. Austin, come. Tap. I'm moving back. As soon as I see him come in, I stop my movement and let him settle. There he goes. He lands here. This is perfectly fine. If he lands there, a lot of people do this. I don't want to do that because I do part of the work. Okay, so what's happening is he starts doing this. Next thing you know, Austin come. Just keeps going. When you make them move all the way to you, more inclined to stay, more inclined to actually come to your space. So, right, a couple of things to remember here that are really important to recall is the backwards motion. Okay? Austin come, immediately tapping, moving backwards. And as soon as you see him forward and move to him, stop tapping, and I stop moving. Okay, now let him do the rest.
Off the top.
Okay. Let's go and swap real quick. And that's what I was planning for whenever you schedule your in-roll.
Yeah.
You'll be actually doing everything outside of the recall. But at least you can do something in the meantime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Austin, come.
Back. Yep, right there. Yep, back. Move backwards. Yep. And there. Wait. Get it. And get it. Yeah. So you call him. Yeah. Until you see him move to you, then you can stop. So the backwards motion gives you something to see and attach to. Sure, one more.
Off the top.
Yeah, boy. Very good. So, real quick, homework is everything that also stop. Now it's just practicing. Getting them to transfer everything to you. All the other stuff is easy. The hardest thing for most people is recall. Okay? So, you guys are related? Jump group mark or
Yeah, it's like,
Lincoln Park? Okay. Yeah, there's like that big like views. Okay. Oh yeah, so there's plenty of like grass area right there, right? Take them out. You know, especially in the spring, there's always squirrels there. That's why I practice with a lot of my clients off leash. Because there's a lot of distractions with plenty of open space, and we're not too worried about like busy traffic. On 30 foot, let them be a pup. He's off sniffing, peeing on something, chasing a squirrel up a tree. Let him bark. Lost the top. That's how you want to practice. Okay. When he goes potty, you can technically do it then. He's outside, he's moving. I wait till he's done. I get as far as I can. Once he finishes, off the cup. You can do a short little distance just to practice it regularly. But realistically, you want the long 30 foot, and you want to be in a setting where he's free doing his own thing. Questions? Pretty good. You did great. You guys did great.
yeah, this is great.
You did so good, Austin.
Now the hard part is keeping up with it.